Okay, on request, I'm doing 4 blockbuster trades for the New York Mets now. It was a good request. So, our crosstown rivals who happen to be in first place in the National League East and are currently a better team than our Yankees. So, but it is what it is. So, but they have needs. They need another outfielder. Okay, they've been decimated by injuries, unfortunately. And I think another starting pitcher would be helpful to support Jacob deGrom's outer-worldly performances. Particularly also since there's no guarantee that Carlos Carrasco is going to be helpful this year, or Noah Syndergaard is going to be helpful this year. There's no guarantee that Marcus Stroman stays beyond this year. So there are 3 potential holes there, which is why I'm proposing a starting pitcher to come in. Okay, I'm going to give you multiplayer trades and a single-player trade too, but they're all going to address either pitching or outfield or both. Okay, and just to note out something. By the way, if you don't like the trades, don't attack them. Just come up with something better of your own. Here's an alternative. Okay. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you're going to be a dick to myself or other people on this channel, I'm either going to block you or I'm just going to delete your comment. Okay? Or if you're going to criticize and not come up with a better idea of your own, expect to get pounded either by me or by the people on this channel. Period. End the story. Okay? This is supposed to be a fun channel for people to enjoy. Okay? Don't care who you are. I'll block you anyway. All right? Just want to keep it real. I'm going to be a little bit more firm today because a lot of the comments have been really, really disrespectful. And again, you're entitled to your opinions, but don't expect to not be called out on it if it's disrespectful. And again, I'm going to call it out or other people are going to call it out, okay? I don't care whether you like it or not. End the story. So, let's get to the trades. Number 1, the Mets are going to make a trade with the Minnesota Twins for Jose Berrios, their ace pitcher. In return, they're going to give Khalil Lee, their number 8 prospect and outfielder, JT Ginn, their number 6 prospect, a right-handed pitcher, and Thomas Sapuki, number 10 prospect, a left-handed pitcher. 3 top 10s. Now keep in mind, some people might find that a lot, but the Mets are not a top 5 farm. They're not even a top 10 farm. Okay? 3 top 10s from the Mets here is not the same as 3 top 10s from Tampa Bay. So let's keep that real right now too. Keep that in mind. And there is no way you're going to get Berrios without giving up at least this much. So let's end the pipe dreams now. And like I said, I'm going to keep it a little bit more real with you today. Okay? That's trade number 1, and that's a good trade for the Mets. That's a hell of a starter to bring in behind deGrom and to complement Taijuan Walker and Marcus Stroman. Okay. Number 2, this is a multiplayer trade. The Mets going to acquire Anthony Santander, a versatile outfielder who's not a free agent until 2025, and John Means, left-handed pitcher, ace, not a free agent until 2025, also from the Baltimore Orioles. Means is one of the guys that threw a no-hitter this year. Okay. In return, Brandon Nimmo, he's a free agent at the end of next season. So 3.5 seasons of Santana versus 1.5 seasons of Nimmo. You decide. Okay. Ronnie Mauricio, their number 2 prospect, a shortstop. Let's not overhype him. And you just got Francisco Lindor, so he's not going anywhere. Okay. Mauricio can easily be moved in a trade. And Pete Crow Armstrong, their number 5 prospect and outfielder. Let's not talk him as if he's the second coming of Willie Mays or Mickey Mantle. Okay, and Jalen Palmer, number 12 prospect, a versatile infielder, plays shortstop and third base. Again, you don't get these 2 guys without giving up at least this much. Remember, these trades, huge blockbuster trades, teams always overpay. It has to feel like both sides are giving up something a little bit painful, even if it's temporary for the long-term benefit of the team. That's exactly what these trades do. Address needs for both sides, and they hurt for both sides. I'm not going to, just like I don't do lopsided Yankee fans in the Yankee trades. Even though I'm a Yankee fan, I don't do lopsided trades in their favor. It doesn't make any sense. It's not helpful. Okay, I try to keep them as even as possible. Sometimes people might feel it's lopsided. Totally fine. Just like they did yesterday in my Gleyber Torres plus somebody for Luis Castillo trade. Totally fine. Okay, it's totally fine. But both sides have to feel like they're giving up something. And there's no way in the current game that you get a frontline starting pitcher without giving up a painful return. Not going to happen. Okay? Luis Castillo is not, Jeff Weaver or Jack McDowell. It's Bill Pulsifer. Okay? So let's keep these things in mind too. Okay, so that's trade 2. This is a huge trade. That's a blockbuster right there. That's a beast. Here's a bigger one. Number 3. They make a trade with the Cubs. The Mets acquire Chris Bryant for third base and Kyle Hendricks, their ace pitcher, who will slip right behind Jacob deGrom and again complement Taijuan Walker and Marcus Stroman. And if Stroman leaves, you have Hendricks in his place for next season. Good move. In exchange for Brett Beatty, their number 4 prospect, who's a third baseman. If Bryant's coming in, Beatty's going out. Period. You have Alonso at first base. There's no way to move this kid. All right. So, Pete Crow Armstrong again, their number 5 outfielder. Miguel Castro, who's a relief pitcher, and Corey Oswalt, a relief pitcher. There's no way you're getting those 2 guys. Chris Bryant, former MVP, superstar again, and frontline starter without giving up at least this much. It's not going to happen. Okay? No way. And number 4, the Mets are going to make a trade. This is a little bit more low-key trade, but can be just as impactful. They make a trade with the Royals. They acquire Danny Duffy, the left-handed pitcher, okay, who's a free agent at the end of the season. But if they're going to go for it, this is a more simplified trade. Danny Duffy and Michael Taillon, very, very solid outfielder, underrated. Plays center field. He's really good at patrolling the field. Good with the bat. Solid with the bat. Really good with the glove. But he could be a massive boost for the Mets outfield. Okay. So again, they're going to get Danny Duffy and Michael Taillon in exchange for J.T. Ginn, number 6 right-handed pitcher, and Khalil Lee, number 8 outfielder. They're not going to. I don't think they're going to have to give up as much in this trade. They might give a marginal prospect after that too, but probably not. But again, this is Danny Duffy and Michael Taillon. It's not the same thing as Chris Bryant and Kyle Hendricks. It's not the same thing as Anthony Santana and John Means. It's not. That's why the return's got to be different. It's not the same thing as Jose Berrios. Okay? Obviously, the multiplayer trades are going to give up the biggest returns. Berrios is a solid, he's ace-level pitcher, just right there. So he's going to give a robust return as well. Now, let me know what your trade proposals would be. Let me know, if this is enough or it's whatever it is. But again, all I ask is that you be respectful. If that's too hard, don't come back. I don't want you to ruin it for everybody else. It's that simple, okay? Again, you're entitled to your opinion, yes, but if you're going to be a dick about it, you're going to get called out, especially on my channel. I'm not afraid to call anybody out. Anybody. So, but the channel is a family channel. I want this to be a family community. I want everybody to enjoy it. Okay, I don't want it to be spoiled for them when people make, a-hole comments. So that's all we ask. Just be respectful. You can disagree. We can go back and forth and have banter, but don't be a dick. Okay? It's not too much to ask. All right? And in return, tomorrow we're going to do a Yankee fan venting session. Okay? We're going to unload. Whatever we want to do. Okay? Are the Yankees doing enough? Are they not? Whatever it is. We could talk about the trade proposals I put forward. We could put others of our own. Put your ideas out. Okay? Let's have some dialogue. So tomorrow's going to be Yankee fan venting session. Okay? So to see where we're at, how frustrated we are with the team, the organization, things they need to do. So we'll go over that tomorrow. So that's going to be fun. And in the meantime, we'll talk about the recaps as well because they're in Houston now, and that's going to be even a bigger challenge than it was in Seattle. So I'll talk to you guys then.